Hi, it's me again, Chef Sau. Well, from my last videos, I shared tips on what to cook for your family during the pandemic crisis. But today, I will challenge you to level up your cooking so that we can even start a business of your own while you're at home. Of course, to make your own online food business, it has to be delicious, nutritious, and most importantly, different from what others are selling. Well, today I am going to teach you how to make my version of Embotido. We all love Embotido. Well, we learned it from the Spaniard, but I have my way of making my own Embotido. So, whenever you're ready, let's start our Embotido. First, of course, the star of the Embotido would be our US pork. Well, I use the shoulder, or call it US pork butt. Well, I use a US pork shoulder because it has more intense flavor. You know, the shoulder is a working muscle, so a tendency, it has more flavorful than the other parts of body ng pork. And for me, it's very important because after mixing all the ingredients, the pork, the US pork must stand out, all right? US pork shoulder can be, it's very ideal for stewing, braising, or even when you do your barbecues. Well, you could buy your US pork shoulder in the supermarket like SNR or supermarket like Rustan's or Landmark and have it, say, minced sa butcher, and they would do that for you like what I did. Okay, so I had US pork meat shoulder. I have some bell pepper, some onion, some pickle relish, some carrots, olives, egg, tomato sauce, Vienna sausage, and of course I had some breadcrumbs, some cream and butter, and not to mention, it's very important ingredient, the California raisins also. The California raisin will give you that sweet, Pinoys, we love the sweet flavor, and it's nice when you slice it, you see that speck of pluck, and that's the raisin, and the raisin will balance off the acidity, the tangy flavor of Embotido. It has a natural sugar, by the way, and of course it's nice when you put some cheese on your Embotido. It becomes gooey, it gives you that beautiful salty velvety buttery flavor, and it has to be California cheese. And this one I'm choosing the smoked cheddar that give you the smoky flavor. Of course, it's all balanced with all the sweetness and everything going on in the Embotido. So let's start mixing everything. I have my, syempre that US pork shoulder, ground pork, bell pepper, the onions, pickle relish, grated carrots. The color is beautiful, by the way. You could use black olives if you want, but I use the Spanish olives. And then the other ingredients would be, I would put some tomato ketchup. The breadcrumbs will bind all the ingredients together, and it gives you the right consistency that you desire. An egg, the cream. I would put some butter because the butter would give moisture. Remember, the pork shoulder is a little bit meaty, and I would want to have moisture on my Embotido. So when you slice it, you would see that white thing is oozing out, and that comes from the butter, and of course marinang namyon, that will give you so much flavorful feel when you bite it. And then we mix everything. I chose Embotido because Embotido can be eaten for breakfast, lunch, snack. You just put it in between pandesal, and that's already breakfast. and you can even eat it cold, and you can even eat it hot, and you can store it in the refrigerator for say 3 to 5 days, and you could fry it also. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to steam it later. Because I will put my gloves. It's better when you use your hand because you want to mix all the flavors together. There we go. Oh, sorry. There. And I could smell every ingredients I put in. It's yummy. There. And then I would put some pepper. Where's my salt? Salt, where are you? Okay, put some salt. And I will put my raisins. Okay, like I said a while ago, the California raisins are packed with nutrients. Amazing. I grew up eating California raisins, and the nice thing about it, the California raisins are very moist inside, so you don't need to soak them overnight because it is so moist and it's very natural. It's all natural. So walang sweetener talaga ang California raisins. I will get my salt. And of course, my California cheese. You might be wondering, where do we get this California cheese? They're all available in the supermarket. You could find them in the counter in the cold section. And when you think of cheese, we think of Europe, but over these years, the California dairy farmers are stepping up. You know, I've never seen so much varieties, from Gouda to Feta to Burrata. They have it. I even tasted one that is soaked with red wine. It's just amazing. I like this particular cheese because it's smoky and it's a complete texture. It is smoky, it is sweet, you get some tangy, you get sour flavor. Embotido. Beautiful. Then you mix it again. The US pork shoulder is so easy to find. You could find it in SNR, you could find it in Landmark, you could find it in any leading supermarket. And of course, if you want to get wholesale, you could go to Alternative Food Corporation. They have their own website. You could go there. They have all this Kurobota, their wonderful US Wagyu, all US meat, nandoon. And raisin is so easy to find. You could find them anywhere in any supermarket. But I also got this from, say, Danes Commodities International. They have their website, www.danescommodities. Danes Commodities International, and you could ask for if you're looking for nice raisins. They have good US nuts, etc. So now it's all mixed up and time to roll our embotido. Okay, done. Now we need foil. Okay, I'll put my gloves. Well, you could use your hands as long as they're clean and neat. But I just wanted to make sure that okay, there. I will rub it with butter because the butter will keep it moist and it will not stick after steaming. Okay, there, beautiful. Now we could get some siguro mga 3 cups in one embotido. You see that color? There's green, there's red, there's black, and of course the color of the meat is just beautiful and it's very flavorful. Yeah, okay, I'm done. And then I have my Vienna sausage. Sorry, sayang. Then I have one piece of nice boiled egg. Yeah. Okay, then let's roll our potato. It's not difficult at all, it's very easy. Okay, medyo naman. You form it like this and then take it out. Let's lift the other part, make sure it's, and then you can roll it like that. Okay, don't worry about the shape because once we knot on both sides, it will shape up like really a nice cylindrical shape. See? How about that? Then we could, I have a steamer here. We cook it for another 1 hour to 1.5 hours. And then after cooking, we let it rest before slicing because kailangan talagang siksik muna siya. Because after cooking, if you cut it right away, it has the tendency to disintegrate a bit. So I put it in a chiller to cool it down a bit. And I have a finished product already. I'll show you. Well, it's still hot because I just finished cooking already, like a few minutes ago. But nevertheless, we could start. Isn't it lovely? Okay, look at that. And then, I know it's still malambot, but I'll try to cut it. Look at that. Okay. You don't want to put too much breadcrumbs because you still want to feel the texture of the meat, and you still don't worry if it is crumbly at the first time because it's not easy to make. But I know it will sell well online. Nice. Still hot, but look at that raisin, that California raisin. It's just beautiful. Okay. And then I'll set this aside. I'll put my plate, prepare my plate if you want to serve it. Or I'll slice another slice para maganda. By the way, the smell of the embotido is really appetizing. It goes very well with bread or even a cup full of rice. Then we good. Look at that. Just enough consistency. I mean, it's not too hard. It has to, parang nakikita mo, it's not too much of the breadcrumbs. It's just right. Okay, and then okay, you could use any sauces if you want. You could thicken pineapple juice. You could use ketchup. You could do brown sauce. In this case, I'll put sriracha because I want it a little bit spicy. So just put a little bit of this sriracha. There goes our Embotido. Isn't it this amazing? It's beautiful and it's delicious. I hope you enjoy our Embotido for today using US pork and California cheese and of course California raisins.